Hello and welcome back to another video. This is the first in a series of a preservation restoration of Gwyn's 1961 Beetle. It's a really cool original car that Gwyn's dad bought new, and it hasn't been messed around with too much. It's been off the road and sat in a garage since the 80s. It's mostly original paint apart from the engine lid and the rear wings, as at some point in the past Gwyn's dad has had an accident in it and they replaced the engine lid and the rear lights with the slightly more modern versions. As you can see, the door gaps are really nice and the doors open and close lovely, but it's quite rotten. It's going to need heater channels, repairs to all the wings, lower quarters, rear cross members, rear valance, possibly the front valance and wheel well, and a few bits and bobs all around the car. There's some accident damage to the rear inner arches that needs sorting out as well. Gwyn wanted to preserve as much of the history of the car as possible, so we'll be approaching the chassis the same way as the body, keeping as much of it as possible. It's got all the original tar boards, and it's in quite nice condition, the chassis. It needs repairs around the rear jacking points, but other than that it don't look too bad. But the first job will be to finish stripping the car down, lift it up off the chassis, and then we can assess what we're doing. Gwyn had already took off quite a few of the wing bolts, but there's a few left, and they were really rusty. So as you can see, I'm grinding the bolts off that I can't get out. As you can see, the heat channel's really rotten. Some of the captive nuts had broken off, and some of the bolts had seized in there and the heads sheared off. I was trying to undo them, so it was a bit of a pain to lift the body off the floor. So as you can see, the chassis is actually in quite good condition. There's a bit of damage there where it's just been pushed under the return lip, and some surface rust on the sides. It's quite bad in places, but there's a few captive nuts that we need to get off, but it's nice and original. As you can see, all the brake lines look original. You've still got the grease nipples in the tracker ends. It's just a nice, unmolested car. It's a really cool car. So I think what we'll do, we're going to try and preserve all these mats, and I'll get the patches, these plates here that are left on the back, and the captive nuts off, and then we'll start repairing the jacking points. Took the plates off top of the jacking points, and although this jacking point's not too bad, the one on the other side's rotten, but see where, well, that's the jacking point. See that bit, and then this bit where my thumb is there, that's welded onto there, and that's all swollen and rusted out. And on the other side, it's even worse. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to get the heat gun and try and take that section there off, heat it up, see if I can get it off. So when I've done the repairs, I can put it back on, because all the original matting is still on this car, and it's quite nice. It'd be a shame to lose it, but we might have to. But I'm going to give it a go anyway. Okay, so let's use a heat gun and a scraper, and that's worked quite well. It's quite easy. So quite pleased with that. So I'll save that piece and I can go back on once we finish the repairs. So here I'm just removing the jacking point and keeping as much of the original floor pan as possible. The side of the floor pan was a little bit worse than I thought, and where it's a double layer at the back, there's a bit I'm just grinding with a belt sander now. That was that had all swelled up, so we cleaned it all up, and the inside piece needed a little repair as well. Here you can see Rich welding in the little repair panel that he made. And then he ground it down, being careful to keep the side of the grinder away from the surrounding metal, and made sure it just touched the weld. Rich also welded in that little piece on the end of the cross member that he's just hammering to the right profile now. And then this is him making the return lip for the side of the floor pan. He tacks that in, grinds it down, the same process as the patch on the top of the floor. Just being careful when he's grinding it down not to touch the surrounding metal, so we didn't want to thin anything out. Okay, I've just made a start on fitting the jacking point to Gwyn's floor. You see the heater channel sits on these sections here, and this should be welded around there and underneath across here on the bottom of the jacking point. So the channel is going to sit flush on that on that part of the floor pan there. There's the gasket, the channel sits on it, and it overhangs out here. It sits on top of there. So this side's not too bad, the centre's not too bad, but then this one curves right up there, and this point here, and if you can see there, it's sticking up. So what I'm going to do, it's just where it's been pressed, and it's a bit too much material. So I'm just going to cut through there and through there, hammer these so they're nice and straight, and then I'll get it all welded on. Okay, so I've got that jacking point welded in now, reshaped this face that the channel sits on, and that all sits nice and level with the edge of the pan. So when the channel's on there, it'll sit nice. So seamed it there, seamed it around the bottom, that's the back of the back of the seam, you can see the trend there, and then focus there. There you go, seamed underneath like factory. So that one's done. I'll do the other side next. Just one quick thing to note: them seam welds down the side there, I should have plug welded them as they were spot welded from the factory. So I'll grind them down to tidy them up, and I'll replicate the factory spot weld. And that's it for this video. In the next one, we'll make a start on the heater channels and the repairs to the body. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed this one. Any questions, drop them below, and please remember to hit the like and subscribe, it really helps us out. And I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.